I'm just going to tell you what I need to tell you because I believe that this is the most important information that you're going to see in your lifetime. Basically, I think that everything that you're hearing here, everything that you've listened to, is a bunch of bullshit. Basel II, Basel III, payment systems, I don't care. Your personal lives are at stake here. Anybody that gets prepared is going to become super wealthy. The ones that don't get prepared in this room are going to become government employees. When the government nationalizes the bank system, you're going to be working for the government. You know, the USA just had a crisis. Russia just had a crisis. The world had a crisis because the banking system had a crisis. What you're going to see, I'm going to go do this presentation. I'm going to be blasting through it because I don't have much time. And I'm going to show you that this crisis isn't over. There's a second leg to this crisis. It's coming soon. So like I said, I believe that this is the most important thing that you're going to see at this event. One of the most important things you're going to learn in your lives.
Apart the dollar and the euro and the monnaie and the Aussie dollar.
They create them all now by doing this. They just type them into a computer, the dollars. They don't have to print them in. It used to be that you had to mint coinage to expand the currency supply. Then you had to print paper to expand the currency supply. Now all you do is you add zeros to it. And boom, you know, it's 10 times.
They don't even have to print this trash in it.
Right.
It's electronic. That is how fast it's going to hit people. You can understand that. That's why it's information age, not industrial age. And so all those, I feel for them, hoping the government's going to pray, you know, like, who's going to win? You know, is it Hillary? Is it Obama? Is it Mitt Romney? I mean, it doesn't. They can't do a thing about this. It's too late. It doesn't matter. What matters is how smart you are now. If you think these guys are going to save your family, I think you're in for a sad, rude awakening. Because we've been here before.
The world has a new monetary system every 30 to 40 years. The classical gold standard, where every unit of currency in existence, every dollar, every British pound, and so on, was backed by an equivalent amount of gold at the treasury. Then World War I came along. Then the gold exchange standard. Then the Bretton Woods system, where all currencies on the planet were backed by the US dollar, with the exception of just a few. But almost all currencies were backed by the US dollar, and the dollar was pegged to gold at $35 an ounce, and foreign central banks could come to the Federal Reserve and change those dollars for gold at $35 an ounce, effectively pegging every currency on Earth to gold through the US dollar. 1971 comes along, and basically we had printed too many dollars, receipts for gold. We didn't have enough gold to back it up. Nixon takes us off of the gold standard. And on that day, August 15th, 1971, all the world's currencies became pieces of paper with numbers on them and nothing more. It's called a fiat currency. It has no intrinsic value. So 30 to 40 years, 30 years, 28 years, 39 years plus, what's next? The ruble has a crisis every now and then. Every currency on Earth has. Why do you think the dollar is so stable? Why do you think the dollar isn't susceptible to a major currency crisis? I believe it is. I believe we're going on a new currency crisis. It's going to happen. We're going on a new monetary system. It's going to happen in this decade. There's the stock market. There's the performance of gold.
That's one of the things, too. You can buy it and you can take it home. It can't go bankrupt on you. You can't have a labor dispute or Enron accounting. It's just this super simple thing. You buy it now. You sit on it for 5 years. I don't know how long it's going to take. 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. We could be going into a currency crisis right now. There was a trend line for gold where it was going up very smoothly and the price hit this trend line. It changed a little bit in 2005. I was hoping that we would drop back to the 750 area or so by February and touch this trend line. If we don't, we've established a new trend line that's extremely steep, which would give us maybe $1,500 to $2,500 gold by the end of this year. And that says that we're beginning a currency crisis. Precious metals are the only investment class where their bull market can go from stage 1 to stage 3, and it's called a currency crisis.
You know, in the U.S., the deficit spending is out of control. And the currency creation, it took 200 years to go from $0 in existence, paper dollars, to 825 billion. And then it took just a few months to go to about 1.75 trillion. In March of 2009, they announced another 1.2 trillion. Now when they do that, that's just printing currency. That's like just running the printing press. There's a blizzard of paper right now. Never before have all the world's currencies been fiat currencies. All that paper throughout history tries to come and land on this same tiny little pile of metal periodically. Right now, gold has begun this accounting again, although this time it's going to be worldwide. This is the